Hey everyone, welcome to another video. In this video I'm gonna be testing out the new Kiko Milano limited edition for summer 2022. This is the Festival Glow limited edition, all festival inspired makeup. I got a few things and I'm gonna try them out for you on camera and share my first impression thoughts, so let's get right into it. So I actually always try the Kiko Milano limited edition, so if you want to see more videos like these, subscribe to my channel. I try to test out as many Kiko Milano products as I can. It is really one of my things I do here on my channel. So this new collection actually didn't inspire me as much as some other collections. I feel like this is a collection that kind of copies a lot of what happened last year, and the collection that they copied, according to me, is the Dolce Diva collection. And actually last year I wasn't that excited about the Dolce Diva collection either, so that is why I got a bit less than what I usually do. But let's just get into these products. By the way, you can already guess that I didn't buy any of the eyeshadow palettes. I just wasn't into them. I wasn't excited by them. I swatched them and I was like, it's just okay. So this eyeshadow is from another video. I will link it below if I already put it up. If not, it's gonna be on my channel very soon. So let's start with the products. This is the baked bronzer from the Festival Glow collection. The outer packaging is very festival inspired, but it also makes me think of the sea a little bit. We just have this pattern of blues, which I do really like. The outer box, I think, looks pretty. Then we have the actual packaging. By the way, this bronzer is huge. This is such a big bronzer. This was also pretty expensive. I have the one in burnt sienna. The outer packaging is pretty nice. I have to admit, it is pretty nice packaging. I like it more than the Dolce Diva collection. That wasn't my style, but you know, it looks quite nice. It is quite a nice color and shade. Then we have the inside. I got the second shade. We have 3 shades in this collection and this is the second shade. When I swatched it, it seemed pretty light, a little bit of a light warm bronzer. It has some lighter parts in here, so if you mix it together you get quite a light shade. It is pretty glittery. There's gold glitter in here. I am curious to see what it will look like on the face, if it's going to be a very glittery bronzer. I don't know. Then I also got one of the blushes. This is the Festival Glow 3D blush. We have once again that blue pattern packaging, a very pretty. And this is kind of like a smaller version of the bronzer. This is the 3D blush in 02 Golden Peach. And the actual blush is like a peachy pink with a golden glow. A pretty standard product. But when I swatched it, it looked very glowy. So I was still excited to test it out. It is 3D because the middle is kind of like raised. I don't know. For me, that isn't really a selling point. It's not a reason for me to buy things. But, you know, I swatched it, it looked cute, it looked like the cutest color, so we're just gonna try it, even though the shade isn't really like revolutionary for my collection. Then I also got the Festival Glow No Transfer lipstick. This is a matte lipstick. We once again have the blue pattern outer packaging, nothing crazy here. Then the actual bullet of the lipstick is pretty standard for Kiko, but we have a little bit of a pattern on the outside. It feels a little bit textured. I got the shade 02. I don't know what the actual name is of this shade because they never put it anywhere, but it probably has a shade, but it is kind of like a darker burnt shade. Like, it's not really red, it's like a really dark burnt orange almost. A little bit of a toned down red maybe. I think it looks quite pretty. I hope this is going to be comfortable because I have tried some matte lipsticks from Kiko that were really nice and comfortable and some that weren't at all. By the way, I haven't thought about matching this with the eyes, but I think it might work. Then I also have the Festival Glow Golden Star Cushion Highlighter, the same outer box packaging. And this is the same as the Glam Cushion highlighters that they had last year. I have 3 shades of that. I actually really love that formula. I wasn't sure if I was gonna buy it again, but when I swatched it, I saw that this had a very nice peachy shade. I was really into the shade, so I'm still gonna try it. It's probably gonna be the same formula. It's probably gonna be nice. But we're gonna see. Now, those were all the products. Let's just get into application. Alright, so let's start with the application. I'm just gonna start with the bronzer. I really hope that's not gonna be too glittery. So I'm just gonna grab my brush. By the way, this bronzer smells very strongly. It really smells like perfume, but not like the perfume that is actually smelling good. It feels like pretty cheap old ladies perfume. I don't like it. I don't like the scent of this bronzer. Okay, I'm gonna dip in a few times and start applying it. It's not too pigmented. That actually looks pretty good so far. I used to hate glitters in my cheek products more, but I'm trying to accept them a little bit, because sometimes a product is really nice, but then there's just a few visible shimmer particles on my cheeks and that causes me to not use it. But usually after I have applied blush and everything, you can't really tell anymore that there's shimmer on the cheeks. So this is going on pretty easily. There's definitely a golden glow on my cheeks and there's definitely some shimmer, but I quite like how it looks. I'm not gonna make it too crazy, like the amount of bronzer. I think it's enough. There's definitely a golden glow to this. There is some shimmer on my cheeks, but I do think it looks pretty good. It blends in pretty nicely. It is definitely a summery, shiny, glittery, glimmery bronzer. Definitely. Okay, now I want to move on to the blush in Golden Peach, and I'm just gonna grab the same brush and I'm gonna dip in a few times and just apply that on top. This is gonna be a pretty glowy cheek because this also has a golden glow to it. Just gonna blend it out. It doesn't seem too crazy pigmented. It's pretty easy to blend out, but it's definitely very glowy. Yeah, I don't feel like this is making my cheeks look very pink, but it is making them look very glowy. Almost like it would be nice to put another blush beneath it. It does look nice, but it's definitely not like wow peachy pink on my cheeks. But I do see a lot of glow. You can see when I turn my head, it is very glowy, but it's not super pigmented. But I think I'm gonna stop building this up because, yeah, I think it's just gonna add a lot more gold, but not that much more color. It's pretty though, it's pretty, but it isn't like super pink. I feel like it looks a little bit more pink in real life than it does on camera. I feel like I'm a little bit washed out on camera right now. But yeah, glowy cheek products for sure. Now I'm gonna go into the highlighter, the Festival Glow highlighter, and I'm just gonna, I think, blend this out with my fingers on top. And let's see if these products work well together. Ooh, I almost dropped it. Ooh. Just gonna tap that out with my finger. See if that kind of works. I'm assuming it will. Gonna take that brush and kind of tap over it. Yeah, that's quite nice. It does work well together because there's a peachy glow. And I don't know if it adds a lot right now with all the glow that's already going on. I mean, it's really golden already, but I think on its own it will be really nice. Yeah, it just gives off that kind of like creamy glow, but I don't know if it was really necessary to add with these products, to really add a highlighter, because the blush was already so glowy. It's hard to tell exactly. Just gonna take a little bit of the blush and apply that on top to really blend everything in together, just to make it all look a little bit more seamless. But I think that is looking pretty good. I think that's a nice highlighter, but I definitely have to try it with another type of blush as well, because now I can't really see the glowy effect of this highlighter. I see that there's a lot of glow going on, but I don't know what exactly is the highlighter, what exactly is the blush. Alright, for the last step, I'm just gonna apply the No Transfer lipstick. I haven't applied any lip liner. I'm just gonna try it on its own and just see what happens. Alright, so this is interesting. It kind of feels like a liquid lipstick in a lipstick form. Feels a bit sticky, not uncomfortable as in drying. It's not drying, but definitely feels sticky. I don't think I like this one. Maybe with like a gloss on top, but this doesn't feel amazing. Yeah, I don't think I'm in love with this one. Alright, so this is the finished look. I just had 4 products, so we're just gonna go through it pretty quickly. I'm just gonna share what I think after having applied everything. So the bronzer I actually think is quite nice. It definitely has a golden glow. It has some shimmer to it, but it blended out very nicely. It's not too warm or orange. It was just, yeah, it was very blendable and nice and glowy. It definitely is a summery look, but I liked it more than I thought I would. I am actually quite into this bronzer. I definitely like the way my cheeks looked after applying this one. I'm quite into it. I do have to say that this one is pretty expensive in comparison to other Kiko bronzers because this one is a bit bigger. So if you want to try a baked bronzer, maybe don't go for this one first. Just buy one of the ones that's like 15 euros. That's a bit more affordable. Like, this is a big packaging and I thought it was a bit expensive when I bought it. I was like, that's expensive for Kiko. But they do this once in a while. They come out with a bigger bronzer that you can also like use on your body and stuff. But yeah, I quite like this one. It's a pretty good one. And then the blush. It is quite a nice glowy blush. It's not like crazy pigmented. It has a lot of glow to it. It doesn't have a crazy amount of base pigment, but that makes it look quite natural. It blended into the skin easily. I don't have any complaints about this. It is pretty standard, pretty basic. I do love the Kiko Milano blush quality. They usually do very good blushes and this is one of them. But for me, for someone who has tried a lot of Kiko Milano cheek products, this isn't blowing me away. I think I like the bronzer more than I like the blush. It is pretty, but it's nothing new or very interesting to me. I would still recommend it if you don't have this shade in your collection or if you haven't tried Kiko Milano blushes. It is still pretty good quality. Me not being interested in it is all me. Then we have the Golden Star Cushion Highlighter. I quite like it. It's very nice and glowy. It looks very creamy. I just have to try it a little bit more with different cheek products to see how it actually works. But it's pretty similar to the other Glam Cushion highlighters they had last year. So no complaints there. I blended in beautifully. I love the way my cheeks look. The only thing that I'm not that much into is this lipstick. It is just too sticky. It does feel pretty thin. I don't think it's gonna be very drying, but it just feels very sticky. I do think it's gonna wear long because of the stickiness, but I'm really not into it. I wouldn't recommend this unless you don't mind stickiness at all and you just want your lipstick to stay on forever. So the color is nice though. I like the finish. It looks pretty like this blotted down matte lip. That's quite nice, but I don't think I'm gonna wear this a lot. So that's gonna be everything for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it and don't forget to subscribe and let me know if you picked up anything from this collection, and then I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.